everybody. Today I want to show you an absolutely fantastic and old school recipe called Hilopites. Hilopites, or as my non-Greek friends call them, Hilopites, are a traditional pasta, tiny little squares, usually made at home, but they're commercially made now as well, in a very basic Greek tomato sauce. So good, and they're gonna be ready in like 15 minutes or less. This is a real meal that takes no time at all. It's not, you don't have to run around like a fart in a bottle, getting like this ready and that preheated and all that kind of stuff. Too stressful. Only a few ingredients: Greek extra virgin olive oil, some onion, garlic, crushed tomatoes, cinnamon of course, and that's it, and some water, and you've got a really, really delicious meal. So to get us going, first things first, I'm gonna fire up my element here. And by the way, this is a one pot meal. So all you're gonna do is real quick, finely chop, as finely as you can get your onion, chop it up, nothing to this at all. And you can use a mini food processor to cut up your onion. It's no big deal at all. So just chop this up real easy, just like that. Bring that up to like a medium-high heat. Add our olive oil. For this, I would generally do, forget tablespoons for this, first of all. I would do about a good solid quarter cup. Olive oil is like flavor. So take that, and there's that sizzle, baby. I can't get enough of that. Perfect, just like that. And by the way, depending on who you talk to, this is either a vegan or vegetarian dish. There are eggs in this, so if you're like a tight-ass vegan, which is fine, it's vegetarian. Either way, it's delicious. So, in goes our onion, and there is just something magnificent about sauteing onions in like olive oil. Amazing. Next thing is I'm just gonna take a clove of garlic, one little clove, and I'll show you a little trick to peeling garlic that's gonna make your life so much easier. Like you have like two parts to the garlic. You have the pointy part, and then you have the root part at the bottom. This part here, the root part, all you're going to do is slice it off so it's exposed. Give it a quick crush with the palm of your hand, nothing to it, and look at this, a perfectly clean clove. So I'm going to take my garlic press, in goes my garlic, perfect, and one clove is perfectly sufficient for this. So give that, again, another quick stir. That's actually going pretty good right there. Perfect. A little bit of salt will go in. A little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. And that's perfect. At this point here as well, I will tell you, you have the option of kicking this up. So if you want to do a little bit of spice or add some heat to this, you totally can. A little, chili pepper, a little sriracha sauce, whatever you have, chili flakes, totally works. So our onions are working there. As they become translucent, what you're going to do is you're going to take about half a teaspoon of crushed cinnamon. And it is like the quintessential ingredient in most Greek tomato sauces. It's what gives you that kind of traditional, authentic Greek flavor. And it is so, so delicious. It really kicks it up a notch. And what I like to do at this point is add my cinnamon. The heat from the oil and the pot will actually help bring out the flavors. It'll actually bring out the oils of the cinnamon. Boom. How easy is this? Next, the star of the show, our Hilopites. Hilopites here, you do in a 3-to-1 ratio, which basically means 1 cup of Hilopites to 3 cups of water. And Greeks, my friend, use water. They do not use stock or base or anything like that. So, measure out 1 cup of Hilopites, which will feed easily a couple of people. So, throw those in there, just like that, nothing to it. Actually give those a quick little stir. Just let them kind of all get happy with the olive oil and the onion and garlic and cinnamon. Very nice. Coming along perfect. Next, our 3-to-1 ratio. I'm going to take 3 cups of water, and I'm simply going to add this in and bring this up to a boil. And you can kind of play with this as we go. So there's that. Perfect. Hilopites are in and they're doing their magic. At this point, these are only going to take 5, 6, 8 minutes tops, maximum. And the truth is, Greeks don't do anything al dente. We like to boil the shit out of our pasta, and this is actually a type of pasta, so this falls into that category. Next, 1 cup, 8 ounces of crushed tomatoes. In the village, they typically will take fresh ripe tomatoes and grate them in. Being from Canada, we really don't have that luxury year-round, and frankly, greenhouse tomatoes don't really cut it in terms of flavor. So, now, everybody here is in the pool, everybody's happy. All we're gonna do is keep an eye on this. Stir this once in a while because you don't want your Hilopites sinking to the bottom until they cook and sticking. So bring this up with the heat, bring this up to a boil, simmer this for about 5 or 6 minutes, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so now that we're all about 8 minutes older, my Hilopites are pretty much ready, so time to lose the wooden spoon and break out the ladle. And look at this. Look at this consistency. Look how beautiful this is. It's thickened up from the starch that was released from the Hilopite noodles. So, oh look, here's a bowl. So, time for me to try this puppy out. And this, if you leave this the way I prefer to do it actually, leave this out for about 20-25 minutes. It will actually tighten up even more, and you can eat it with a spoon or a fork. And now the next order of business, of course, is to top it with a little bit of my mizithra. Mizithra is that Greek cheese. It's a hard cheese. It's the Greek equivalent to like Parmesan. If you can't find mizithra, by all means use the Parmesan. Here's the thing. I like to add this at this point. If you go to a retailer like a Greek specialty shop, or a lot of the international food stores will actually now carry mizithra. So just sprinkle a little mizithra over the top. Oh, this is so good. This is gonna be just, and even though this is really hot, I'm telling you, this is going to be so worth it. I'm just going to grab, I'll use a fork. Look at this. It's just, this is one of my favorite meals. And yes, it's vegetarian. So you could eat really, really well in like no time, and it'll still be really, really good. And you know, this is like hotter than sin right now, so I'm just going to try a little bit. Holy smokes. It's absolutely perfect. Look at this. It's like, it's almost like a pasta stew. It's not really that runny consistency. A lot of people prefer to have this more of along the lines of a soup, but so good. This is so delicious. This is so worth sweating in the summer for, believe me. Beautiful. absolutely gorgeous. My friends, try this. If you can't find the authentic Hilopites, by all means use any kind of small tiny pasta will work. It won't be quite the same, but it'll give you an idea. So that's it for me and this episode on my traditional Greek Hilopites. It is a vegetarian dish. It is done in like no time. Super healthy, it's nutritious. I mean, as far as pasta goes, but the point is it's really, really good. So until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a blast making this. For you, the recipe, for me, the meal. And please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.